The Gina and Matty podcast.
So, Adam, you remember School of Rock? One of the greatest, I think it's one of the greatest movies. I loved this movie.
I did love the line from Jack Black of him going, "I'm hungover. Does anybody know what that means?" And the kid goes, "You're drunk." "No, it means I was drunk yesterday." Great movie. So do you remember there was two little kids? Now, one of them, Hale, played sassy backup singer Marta, and Masugli was the tough guy Frankie, part of the band Security. They met on the set. They just got married in real life. Isn't that the cutest? That's not even like high school sweethearts. That's like...
It's more than that.
Yeah.
Well, they were little. They were I don't know how old
then.
they were. They were 10. They were 10 years old when they filmed it in 2003.
Stayed in contact and then ended up falling in love.
Isn't that? Well, they have a beautiful history together, don't they? They go all the way back to School of Rock.
Do you reckon like Jack Black was there at the ceremony? I hope he was the officiate.
Well, he couldn't be. Apparently he's filming something, but he sent some nice well wishes. But a lot of the people from School of Rock co-stars were at the wedding. Isn't that beautiful? I bet you they were secretly thinking, surely he's going to surprise us and sing us down the aisle.
And that would have been so good. Or have him, as I said there, as the one that actually married them.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have
celebrant.
been good. But isn't that the celebrant? Isn't that lovely? So there's a nice, lovely love story for you. Keeping with the theme of marriage, Tom Holland and Zendaya, apparently there's been a lot of speculation. Are they engaged? Aren't they engaged? Well, Tom's dad, Dominic, has just confirmed what we've all been buzzing about, that they are actually engaged. Isn't that lovely? Now, she on a red carpet wore a massive ring and someone said to her, "Hey, are you engaged?" And she just smirked and kind of gave them a little, wouldn't say for sure smile. But the dad is revealing that, yes, apparently he got the ring. He spoke to her dad for permission and apparently had every detail planned out and very, very romantic. We're happy about that, aren't we?
He's so old school. Ask the dad.
Would you, if you were going to get married, would you do that?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
But I love that Tom Holland did that.
Yeah, I love it too. My husband asked my dad. I think that's one tradition we have to keep. What are you going to do if he says no? Will your boyfriend ask your dad, do you think, CJ?
I'd assume so, but not anytime soon.
But would your dad say yes or no?
He would say yes. Let's hope so.
My dad ended up saying to my husband, look, because we were together for about 4 years, and my dad ended up saying to him, "If you don't ask her to marry you soon, I'm taking her back." We were a bit tired of waiting. But anyway, it worked out good.
Gina and Matty.
All of the Central Coast wants to know. Gina bought a house. She was renovating it. Did you make it in on Christmas Eve?
Well, look.
If you start with well.
We did not make it in there for Christmas Eve. I'm the most positive person you'll ever meet, and I was trying to manifest it. And I couldn't manifest the builders as quickly. So I tried really hard, but honestly, it has been so fun. I was off for 4 weeks, but I feel like I've been off for 8 because we've achieved a lot. Like, we've done a reno. I thought, all we're going to do is push a wall back, close a few of those doors off, move a door up here, paint and floor. Hardly anything, really.
There was quite a few walls to move when you say a few walls.
Oh, my God. Back to the studs, all new electrical. We've traumatised the electrician. He doesn't want me to tell you his name's Matt because he's not quite ready for anybody else.
Who was he again?
Matt. Matt Kendall. Thank you, Matt Kendall.
He just doesn't want us to know who he is.
No, because he's still traumatised. Because I changed my mind a little bit. You can't imagine, can you? But I change my mind every now and then. Our poor painter, he's too traumatised. He doesn't want me to tell you.
And what's his name?
Phil. We just did white. You should see it. Look, it's just white. I think it's called crisp white. And then we've got blonde kind of floors and charcoal carpet. No, I didn't have a deal. Choices Flooring were incredible. Came in and did the floors. But we were basically working backwards. I knew when the floors were coming in and we kind of had to work backwards from that date. My spreadsheet then said, now the lounge arrives, the new lounge on the 20th. We had to get a new one to fit the house, 24th of December. So I thought, we'll move in that day, easy, no problem at all. We did not make it. We moved in Oh, I feel bad because we were staying with Matt and Sue. We'll be there like 2 weeks probably. And she said, yeah, come and stay at our house. We'd love it. 2 weeks. 2 weeks is up and we're still nowhere near it. I'm so sorry. We're still living in your house. We lived with them for a month. Wore them down, wore them out. They do love us, but we drank all their wine and ate all their food. But I loved it. I have really enjoyed it. I bought some of the lights from Temu. Do you remember I brought some in to show? I did a little show and tell right before Christmas and I was a bit worried. They look fantastic. Wait till you hear, you know me on Facebook Marketplace now. Like I know how to find weird stuff for Telling Me's Dreaming on this show, but I hadn't really bought and sold a lot of stuff. I am so good on Facebook Marketplace now. I had this idea for the kitchen to get like a great big kitchen table, like dining table, and then cut it into like an L shape and slide it in next to the kitchen bench, if you know what I mean. It's hard to describe. But so I was looking on Facebook Marketplace for a big wooden table, took Matt and Sue, so people we're living with, also the electrician, totally burnt the friendship and his trailer all the way up to, it was almost Queensland. I think it was Blue Haven. It felt a very long way and was terrible. The table we got there was terrible, so we had to turn around and come back. And I almost wanted to buy it because I felt guilty because we travelled so far. And then anyway, we found one eventually and it looks incredible. Now listen how good I did. It was $700 for the table. She gave us the chairs as well and I said, look, I don't want the chairs. She said, just have them. I sold them on the same day for $150. And it looks, I've got to show you some photos with the Temu light above it, like a basket light out over the dining. It looks incredible. So we've done it smart, and I really, really love it. Thank you to Ryan from Plaza Constructions. He was awesome because he said, I change my mind all the time and he just put up with me. And my dad, thank you to my dad as well. It's still not finished. It's still ongoing, but my dad was so beautiful. Dad's a retired builder and he came in and kind of oversaw the whole thing and swung a bit of a hammer and so did our son Jackie. And Dad said to me, in all my years of building, darling, I have never seen anyone on the work site like you. And I went, oh, really, Dad? Really? Thank you. He goes, yeah, you're the only person who comes in and doesn't just hold up one tradesman, you hold them all up. The whole thing stops when I walk in. He goes, well done, darling. I said, I'm finally good at something. But we're in the house and I absolutely love it. You got to come around, I'll show you, Adam.
And when are you doing your audition for the block?
Honestly, I reckon you and I, Adam, could do it. Are you good with a hammer? No, me either. Well, we could work it out. CJ, can you come with us?
No, thanks.
I feel kind of prepared. I absolutely loved it. Love our house. Very, very happy. And I think I could audition for the block.
I think you just did.
Yeah.
We'll package this up. We'll send it to 9.
Send it to Scotty.
Gina and Matty.
You know how we've got against the back wall here a whole heap of car parks reserved for us.
Yes.
And, you know, the office, no one's been coming in for a few weeks. So, you know, people have been going, empty spaces have been parking in them. But we're all back now. Everyone's in the office.
Yeah.
And I rocked in last week and we were about to have a meeting and I was also then on air and there was not a single car park.
Oh.
Not one. But here's the kicker. This is what I mean. Because we haven't been here for a few weeks, people have been parking in our spots. And I know, you know, we're a small team, so I know everybody's cars. There were a couple of cars that I recognised were not ours.
Yeah.
So I did the very mature thing of parking them in.
Did you have a sign on your car that says that you work here so that they kind of
Well, I mean,
know?
considering that they all say reserved for Star, I just presumed that they would figure out that's a...
Oh, my God.
In the end, I moved my car and all was... We got through it all at the end.
After how long did you move your car?
It was quite a few hours.
I know. He kept the person waiting and locked them in, parked them in.
Oh, wow.
I did say at the end to them, well, you learnt your lesson, didn't you?
Did you?
I did.
What
So
did
you won't
they
be doing that
say?
again.
Were they sorry or were they just cranky?
No, they weren't that happy about it. So,
Oh, my God.
I thought this morning, what is the pettiest thing you've done? You know, have you parked somebody in?
No.
Have you left a note on somebody's windscreen?
No.
I mean, people have done plenty of petty things in a car park before. Jeff in Chittaway Bay?
I parked at a parking spot. That's fine. Shopping centre next to me was a empty disabled spot, so that's fine. So I've come back out now. I'm going to go to the end of this story first. I sat there with my cup of coffee and watched the end result of my little actions. So what had happened was I was sitting there, and what had happened next to me is a tradies Ford Ranger had come in, had parked diagonally in the disabled spot with no disabled sticker and parked me in. So as I'm sitting there watching with my cup of coffee, watching this man trying to work out how to get off the shopping trolley on zip tied to his bull bar.
Oh, that's good, Jeff.
It wasn't one zip tie. I had 10 of them in the car.
You win. That's very funny.
That's clap worthy.
Oh my
Most satisfying
gosh.
cup of coffee I've ever had.
So did you have to then talk to him? Or you just did it?
I just left. It's not my problem.
How long did you have to wait for him to come back to the car to see those zip ties?
Half a big latte.
That's how he measures his time. Half a big latte.
I enjoy that you got so petty that you did that, but not only that, wanted to see your end work.
If you're not a disabled, if you need that spot, then please respect people that need that spot.
100%.
And that's fine, but, don't park me in. But it was, at the end of the day, I wasn't going anywhere.
Well,
I did, however, discover that I was waiting to the park next to me left so I could manoeuvre out and get my car out. But just the look of confusion was just...
Did you just want to say, you know what you did? You know what you did?
No, it was just that look of, hang on, I'm entitled to park here because I can. Well, no, you're not, buddy, because the shopping trolley gods have smiled on you.
Well, I'll tell you what, he learned a lesson. He's never doing that again.
He's not. Oh, Jeff, you're the best.
Oh, I love that so much.
The Gina and Matty Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.